Hello, my name is Kyan and I'm going to be discussing development and training for my chosen career plan for a finance officer. Continuing professional development. Continual professional development is the process of tracking and documenting skills, knowledge and experience. It helps to look at what has been experienced by an individual, which can then be looked at and learnt to reflect on what was successful and what needs improvement. The main purpose of this is to manage personal development. For continuing professional development, there is a cycle which is generally followed. Here are the following steps. Identify. Here you have to look at your current situation, for example, where you are at the moment and what you want to achieve. Act upon your plan. So you need to look at the opportunities and new learning experiences that you could possibly pursue. Reflect. After each day, reflect on your actions by looking at what went well and what can be improved for next time. Apply. After looking for opportunities, apply your current skills to create new opportunities. Then moving on to share. So you can share your learning to other people to benefit from other people by listening to information, which can gain more knowledge. And finally, impact, which is used to measure the overall impact of all of your learning and what impact it has had on your work. Moving on to the difference between development and training. So development involves organisations helping employees by providing them with skills and knowledge to enable them to have steady growth. On the other hand, training is a process of providing information and knowledge to employees so they can improve the skills and abilities. But how this is different because training is mainly provided for people who are new in an organisation so they can familiarise themselves in a working environment. So the main differences are training and development are they're both similar, but generally in training it's done with a group of people and development is more targeted and tailored for one person. Also, training is more of a short-term method and development is a long-term process. Moving on to my chosen career path. So I've chosen at this moment of time I want to pursue a career as a finance officer. A finance officer's main part of their role is to manage the finance of a business and is responsible to make sure the spending of money is controlled and income is tracked and looked at regularly. The qualifications that are needed. So GCSEs. There are many qualifications which are required to be a finance officer, starting off with maths, business and English. For further education, most companies for the finance department, especially a finance officer, require you to have at least 3 A-levels or equivalent. And other qualifications, also university, will help for my chosen career, especially a master's degree in business administration. Here's some more information on the finance industry. The financial industry includes a wide range of companies that are mainly involved with money, for example, managing money, investments, budget, etc. Moving on to professional and trade bodies. Professional and trade associations are businesses who generally non-profit and provide information for people who are looking to extend their knowledge for a profession. Here are some examples of bodies in business administration. The CISI, which is the Chartered Institute for Securities and Investment. This is one of the leading professional bodies for finance. The Chartered Institute for Securities and Investment is an organisation for wealth, investment, securities and financial planning. CTFP, which stands for Certified Trade Finance Professional. They provide information to help expand career options, for example in senior trade finance positions, working for big companies. And finally, CABA, which stands for Chartered Association of Business Administrators. It's an organisation who look to help business administrators improve their accounting, finance and project management by providing training and development opportunities. Here are different types of job training for CPD. So to start off with short-term coaching. So this is where a trainee is placed under supervision, which gives them the opportunity to be trained to improve their personal skills. Simulation is another type of training which is used to perform tasks in a workplace which is similar to a real situation. For example, someone who is aspiring to be a finance officer might role-play finance situations, including practicing balance sheets and calculating budget. Moving on to long-term apprenticeships. This is a program which is used that combines classroom education and on-the-job work. And this can give people an insight of what it's like in their chosen career. Observational learning involves social learning, as it's used to observe others in a workplace by analysing their behaviours. This can help to develop colleagues and employees' skills by implementing them to meet your needs. Here's different types of off-the-job training. Starting off with short-term computer-based training, which involves learners interacting online, which involves looking at enhanced textbooks to extend knowledge by looking at tutorials. Moving on to receiving up-to-date information. This can be done by conducting research. For example, looking at what tasks will need to be completed, responsibilities and skills that are important for the job. Moving on to long-term training. Day release, this involves being at college for 2 days a week and the other 3 days being at work. This will also include attending training centres to get the experience and knowledge for a career industry. And finally, networking. This involves speaking to other people, which could be in contacting businesses to get an insight of what they do. Thank you for listening.